Hey guys, welcome back again to another video. So today we're going to recap the final episode of Halo 2 Artifacts that Bravo and Max Hoberman. Huge shout out to both of them. So for doing all this, there's insightful details on the whole Halo 2 development of its multiplayer. So let's get into it. This is about features that were cut. Sprint was going to be in the game, but it was an early prototype, but didn't last long because if it were to have it, Sprint wouldn't, work with support weapons, and it was going to include melee combos, but didn't make it very long in development. The power-up that I mentioned in previous episode they talked about was called Haste, which was that speed boost as we know, today. Another one was an ability to see invisible enemies along other things. This is talking about another power-up. I forgot what there was other things mentioned. I forgot what the other abilities were. The Mount Goose infamously was just simply called the ATV and was very close to making it to Halo 2. But after Halo 2 finished, they were dead set on having it in Halo 3, which ended up being it, and it was a mainstay for the series going forward after that. There was a lot of variations of Warhawks like snow Warhawks and Trans Warhawks like we seen in like Halo 3 skins and like Halo 5 and all that. Obviously those didn't get in, but they obviously carried over, in the future. There was actually going to be flashbang grenades and more explosive elements for frags were considered for the campaign, obviously in multiplayer, but that did not happen. So once it didn't happen for the campaign, it didn't happen for multiplayer. Sentinel Beam was one of the very last weapons to make it into the campaign, and also multiplayer was at the very end, as an option, because if you really think about it, we didn't see it that often in multiplayer. So there was also going to be some watercraft vehicles, like just simple ones, and then an anti-aircraft Scorpion. Also including the watercraft, there was going to be one that would include motor cannons, to help, take down enemies. There was also going to be a Covenant fuel truck, a Brute Cycle, which would be a brute riding on an animal. That would have been pretty hilarious. A Brute Cycle, a VTOL, and Excavation Ghost, because as we know, people actually, I believe the Falcon was going to be Halo 2 as well. Obviously, that was another one that people actually modded. Here's an interesting one. There was going to be an overhead map feature to help players navigate the maps, but it was too complex for limited bandwidth that, with technology at the time that Bungie had, so they couldn't do that. Next up, we have proximity chat. Oh, there's also an ability to have locations on, for tags on maps. That was going to be Halo 2, but that didn't make it in until Halo Reach. Proximity chat was only in Halo 2. It was going to be in Halo 3 as well, to Max's knowledge, but he left in the last 9 months before Halo 3 shipped. So it sounds like it got cut, unfortunately. Saved films and observer modes were pretty spec deeply in Halo 2, but ultimately got cut. Obviously, originally how saved films was gonna work is that, you couldn't really share them, in game. You would have to go to Bungie's website to do it. It sounds like you would have to have a feature file sharing that is pretty known today. So. And speaking of observer modes, observers will actually have their own voice channel, and post-game stats for observers as well. So that would have been really interesting. Tournaments was going to be a thing until the final year of Halo 2's development. There was going to be a Grunt, Cortana, Prophet, and Master Chief voice filters, but did not go beyond paper design. There was going to be bomb-related kill medals like Bombtastic, Knuckle Sandwich, and Sucker Punch, to name a few. Vehicle medals were Kamikaze, Look Both Ways, and In the Noggin, Blowout, Try Harder, and just holy shit. Jeff Sticer actually sent some clips over. I will play that for you right now.
That's right, I can't believe it, but Jeff Sticer was kind enough to send over a few of the unreleased Halo 2 multiplayer lines and re-record them for us for this show. Here are the bomb multi-kill medals that we referenced earlier. You might recall that the first one was Bombtastic.
Bombtastic.
And even better yet, for the double kill, Bombalicious.
Bombalicious.
And Jeff even sent over a few versions of each, so here's a slightly heavier and thicker version I've also taken a liking to.
Bombalicious.
And lastly, perhaps the best of the Bomb multi-kill medals, and maybe one of the best medals to never officially make it into a Halo game. Knuckle Sandwich.
Knuckle Sandwich.
God, that's good. Before...
Okay, on to the last few notes. Kill steals and how many days you're stuck at your rank were going to be a post-game reports. Yeah, that probably would have made things pretty rough with Xbox Live Chat back then. Teleporters were originally going to let you shoot and throw grenades, and designs would make it easy to tell where they ended up, but unfortunately it lasted only on paper, because that would have been really cool to actually like throw your grenades, obviously shoot as well through the teleporters. That would have been really cool to see how that would work out. Unfortunately, that didn't make it. And finally, Max's favorite memory of working with Halo was hard for him to pick, but those memories that are his favorites were gameplay related, like, Sensi Bar playable or blown up a hog, or watching people, play the game, whether it's, out in the world or, internally. And Max and Bravo, thank the audience for tuning into the show, and the rest of bunch of your contributions to the Halo franchise. Well, that was fun. That was actually pretty fun. What do I think? And they pretty much, insinuate there was even more that, they didn't get to talk about, so which I'm sure there was, because Halo 2 originally was going to be a way different game than it ended up being, so... it would have been interesting to hear even more. I'm sure there's more that we don't know about. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. What do you guys think of everything? And I'm sure there's more, like I said before, such as, obviously the original Halo 2 ending. We all know that story. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, like the button, leave a comment down below, and consider hitting the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.